Hi, I'm Dyanna Pharaoh for those who just tuned in and don't know who I am. So apparently you don't like yourself and you feel that's not a word. It's like I didn't even go to school. All this money was wasted. Oh, taxpayers. Sorry. Maybe you're a little jealous or maybe a little envious of what other people look like. And you may feel like you're not beautiful enough to like yourself or to consider yourself just as beautiful. So today I'm going to try to make you feel more beautiful than you did before you started watching this video, so stay tuned, okay? There are quite a number of reasons why you're made to feel the way you do. No child is born feeling like, oh my god, I'm so ugly. What baby feels like this? What 2 or 3-year-old says, oh my gosh, I'm so ugly? Unless you teach them that. So nobody was born with that anyways. They put it in your head. There are quite a number of reasons why they did this. Number one, men can get you to fight each other so they can have more women. So for example, you've got 2 girls fighting 1 guy. They will do individually what they can to get the guy, which means he's now got access to 2 girls. Now imagine if every woman around the world is fighting for the attention of men. It just means that men are now exposed to many more women who will do anything to be with them. Reason number 2, we make rich people richer. Women make the rich richer. So there are 7 billion people in the world, a little over 7 billion now, and majority of them are women. Those women in the world have been given a specific standard of beauty. So the thin nose, the thin lips, the straight, sleek, long hair, and the lighter complexion. This is what's all over the media, like most of the time. So given the fact that there is a billion people in Africa who don't look like this, a billion people in India who don't look like this, and a billion people in China. Already we've got about 3-4 billion people in the world who don't look like this. And altogether, you're getting close to about 3 billion women in the world who don't look like this. When you get these women to hate themselves for the way they look like, just so they can look like a minority group of people in the world, what happens? They go and spend money on cosmetics. So the bleaching industry, that cream that makes dark skinned people lighter, is booming in Africa and is booming in Asia because they all want it. And then there's hair extension. It's booming in Africa, it's booming in Europe as well. And it's definitely starting to boom in Asia. People want you to not feel confident about yourself so that you can spend money on the product that they sell you in order to look like those women so you won't be jealous anymore. The third reason is that you're easier to control. When you renounce your culture, you renounce the way you're supposed to be and look like naturally, you're easier to control, because when you get rid of what you're meant to be, you're going off to someone and saying, how do you want me to be? Because I've forgotten. And I don't even want to be there with the people that look like me. I'm not interested. You tell me what I'm supposed to do. You tell me and show me what I'm supposed to be like. Eventually, they don't just take the way you look, they also take the way you think. So you've heard people say before, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Do what I think? Beauty is in the eye of the holder of power. Whoever is up there is who's going to decide who's beautiful. The leaders in India decide that Indian beauty is beautiful. The leaders in Africa decide, because he decides what's beautiful, and he can pass on that narrative to you and make you feel like there's something wrong with you and need to change so you can be like that. I'm someone who found women in general extremely beautiful, and you couldn't put them together. I used to find stunning women from all walks of life, in different skin tones, from different cultures, from different countries, extremely beautiful, especially when I traveled, and it made me feel extremely insecure, extremely jealous of other women. I've walked down the road and I've seen some women and I just thought, God, why don't I look like that? It hit me. It was like, if I could find beautiful women in all shades and skin tones throughout the world, What does that mean? And a lot of these women that I found beautiful, I don't normally see them in the face of the media. I rarely see women who look like me in the face of the media. When I see them in real life, I automatically feel anxious. I feel uncomfortable. I feel envious. I'm like, why don't I look like that? Why am I the only black woman who does not have a fat ass? What is that? Where was I when they were handing black people big butts? Where was I? And what doesn't help is when you have an unhealthy obsession with Cardi B and she's talking about getting a bigger butt and you're like, I already want a big butt. So it doesn't help, because obviously that's the influence we are under, and eventually you watch enough of it and you're thinking, I want to change to be just like that. So although I am heterosexual, I prefer men, I have found women extremely gorgeous. And I've generally never found any reason against that. I don't know why you can't find other women attractive when they are attractive. And I think the main reason we don't like ourselves when we see attractive women is because we don't want to believe that other women are attractive as well, because it makes us think, oh, well, what does that mean? I'm ugly? No, it just means there are now two of you that are attractive. You and the girl and the woman. And we just can't take that. That's hard to take.